Welcome to episode 11 of the SideLines with your co-host Michael Zago.
I'm Calvin Ralph. Pleasure to be with you this week. Big week last week in PV Sports. Mike, you got to start us off.
I'll start off with some boys basketball. Pasco Valley wins in a nail-biter against Northern Highlands, 64-62. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, it was a tight game, but we figured that was going to happen because Coleman told us all week, they're going to come back for revenge against us, and they did, and we blew them out by 30 the first time, and the second time expected a better game, but it was a good game. Happy we got the win.
And then, unfortunately, you guys were handed the loss against Hackensack, 84-78.
Hey, it was a great game, though. I mean, no complaints. Anytime you score 78 points and lose, I don't know what happened. I guess there's a little NBA action, no defense.
And then it's insane, though, also, with Vassal putting up 8 three-pointers made, 27 points in total.
Vassal went off. we were a little hampered this past week without Alex Lynn and Pick playing, and that hurt us a little bit. And then we have good spots this week because Matt Donville comes back along with John Pick and Alex Lynn, and we look forward to a big week this week. And Jamboree seeding is this week, and that's huge for the rest of the season. Team qualified for Jamboree with a 8-3 record, and they look to keep going and maybe make it far to the county tournament.
Now, Kevin, head on to girls basketball.
Yeah, girls basketball. Big wins this week for the girls basketball team. Tuesday they played Ridgewood, and they won by 9 points, 52-43. Great game for Brianna Wong. She had 20 points, 9 of those from the foul line. That's impressive. Making free throws. Coaches say all the time, making free throws is the most important part of the game because that's what the game comes down to. Without those 9 free throws, it's a tie game and into overtime. Thursday, game against Hackensack, blew them out by 25, and Brianna Wong again, 18 points. Huge week for Brianna Wong this week. And then we come back Friday, the day after, girls county tournament starts. PV comes out as the 6th seed, and they beat Fort Lee 62-24. It wasn't even close. The first quarter was 22-4. The girls are on fire right now, and they're going to keep going for the rest of the season.
That'd be great. Now on to our Frozen Motorsports correspondent, Jake the Snake Farragut.
Thanks, guys. So, happy to report that the Indians finally got back in the win column after a commanding 5-3 victory over Montville on Sunday in a game that they played at Providence Bank Park, which is a baseball stadium for the minor league team, the Rockin' Boulders. And just in talking to all the players, they talked about what an electric atmosphere it was and just the experience of playing outside. And it was a game that I'm sure both sides will never forget. But some of the highlights from that game where you've got Matt Truglio, who recorded a hat trick, and then your other goals were Aiden Tuffy off of a Trent Shanley rebound, and Luke Sioka. And then Montville actually was able to get a shot off with about a second and a half left that went in to make it 5-3. But the Indians were dominating for most of the way. Although, for as well as they played, it certainly was not a perfect effort by the Indians. They, early on in the game, struggled to connect on a lot of passes with a lot of interceptions and a lot of turnovers, and they were on the receiving end of some pretty big hits. Now, talking about those hits, it's arguable that Montville played a tremendously physical game, almost bordering on dirty, with a lot of the hits seeming pretty blatant, if not pretty close to blatant. So the Indians did a good job keeping their composure, really not retaliating all that much, and they didn't let it affect them, and they just went out there and played some good quality hockey. So it's good that they got back in the win column, and if they can play every game like they played on Sunday, they should be able to compile a win streak for a good deal of the remainder of the season.
Thank you, Jake, for another great segment. Let's head over to our main man, Billy Lyons, over in the den.
Thank you guys very much. Billy Lyons here once again to talk about PV Wrestling. One match I want to review here. It was on the 20th.
of January, Valley beating Demorest 50-29. Demorest was really struggling heading into that match, so it's glad that they took advantage of that. They're off to a good start this season. They're 6-3, which is very impressive, especially with a large majority of their varsity wrestlers being underclassmen, but also some seniors and juniors contributing as well, like Martino and guys like that. So they're having a very good season so far, and they look to continue that in the next couple of matches. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Bill. Now on to our Athlete of the Week with Josh Cohn.
Thanks, guys. So we're joined right now by basketball star Eric Ziccarelli. Eric, good to have you on the show.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you. So first question, what game are you most looking forward to this season?
I think halfway through the year, I'm looking forward most to Ultapan again. I think we didn't play our best the first time we played them, so I'm looking forward to playing them again.
Nice. Second question, how is it playing for a very energetic coach in Al Coleman?
It's fun. Coleman demands the best from us, so he expects us to follow in his footsteps and bring the same intensity. So we try to do the best we can.
Nice. All right. Third question: what's your opinion on the very dedicated fan section that shows up to the basketball games?
We love them as a team. We love the fans. They bring so much intensity to the game, and I don't think they realize how difficult they make it of an environment for the other team to play in. So. We really appreciate them, so keep coming out and support. We love you guys.
That's right. And last question, favorite pregame snack?
I don't eat a lot before the game, but if I'm going to eat a snack, I usually eat a Cliff Bar before the game.
Nice.
Usually, I think berry flavor. I highly recommend.
All right, Eric, thank you again for having us.
Appreciate you having me.
Thanks, Josh and Eric. Now let's head over to Barbarino Talks
with Barbarino.
Hi guys, I'm Barbarino here to talk about Pascack Valley Swimming. Well, the girls are continuing their dominance and they are 8-0-1 right now. Over the past week, the girls have faced 3 different teams, and in all 3 meets, they have swum exceptionally well. This past Saturday, the girls took on Wayne Valley, and they won this match by a score of 90-80. First place finishes included Danny Freeman in the 100 free, the 200 free relay, which consisted of Stephanie Perini, Lauren Parisi, and Danny Freeman, and the 100 backstroke from Cassie Lay, the 100 breaststroke from Lauren Parisi, and last but certainly not least was the 400 free relay from Stephanie Perini and Cassie Lay. 3 days later, the girls found themselves once again competing, this time against Indian Hills. Firstly, the girls won the 200 medley with contributions of Cassie Freeman and Haley Marzano. Haley Marzano is a freshman doing very well this season, contributing to a lot of the girls swimming wins. Moving on, Cassie Lay won in the 100 fly and Danny Freeman won in the 100 breaststroke. Finally, the girls also took first place in the free relay with contributors Cassie Freeman and Haley Marzano. The girls defeated Indian Hills by a score of 160-74. Finally, Wednesday night is when all the action took place. First off, Marzano and Cassie Freeman had a first place finish in the 200 medley relay. Cassie Freeman then set a new school record in the 200 IM. Cassie Freeman once again won in the 100 fly, and Marzano won in the 100 breaststroke. Finally, Cassie Freeman and Marzano qualified for the individual state meet of champions in the 400 free relay. Congratulations to them. Doing a very good job so far this season, and just congratulations to them and their success. And finally, they also beat in the same race the school record. And now to talk on to the boys. The boys are not having any success, or as much success, as the girls are. The boys started off the week on a good note. They tied Wayne Valley 85-85, then lost their last 2 meets in a row, 96-74 and 127-43. And that's all the time I'm going to have today. I'm going to send it back over.
Thanks, Rob. And now on to our latest segment, it's shout-outs. My shout-out this week goes to Miss Marciano, a.k.a. Mom. I just want to shout-out saying thank you for letting us use her room on behalf of the Sidelines.
My shout out this week goes out to Yoenis Cespedes. Let's go Mets. That's all I have to say.
My shout out goes to 39-year-old Peyton Manning, who looked dead in the water this year. He had more interceptions than touchdowns. A lot of people considered his career dead, including me, but give him credit, give his defense of the Denver Broncos also credit for getting to the Super Bowl, basically upsetting the Patriots. So they have a tough task in the Panthers, but impressive that Peyton at his age could make the Super Bowl, and maybe we'll have that storybook ending that he hopes he has.
I'm Barbarino, and I'd like to give my shout out to the one and only Matt Vassell. He's made 8 threes. He scored 27 points against the game in Hackensack. Even though the Pasco Valley Indians took the loss, Vassell still shot 8 threes and scored 27 points in total. Congratulations to him.
My shout out this week is going to Matt Truglio, the starting center for the Pasco Valley Ice Hockey team, who anchored the Indians en route to a 5-3 win over Montville in the outdoor game that the Indians played in on Sunday. And Truglio contributed with a hat trick, with your other 2 goals coming from Luke Sioka and Aiden Tuffy. And Truglio's hat trick puts him on an 8-game goal streak and 12 goals in those last 8 games. He's been playing some fantastic hockey, and if he can always play like that, then the Indians should be in pretty good shape going forward.
Thanks guys for your shout outs. That's all we have this week from Sidelines. See you same time, same place next week.